Welcome back to Global News Morning. It's that time of week we get to check in with our good friend Matt Lee. Good morning, and I love your ongoing series here of really looking at specific neighborhoods within Kingston and the region. Today we're talking about the very historic Kingscourt neighborhoods.
Yeah. So it's nice to feature different neighborhoods and just kind of dig into what's there, and have a good idea. So
I've been hearing from some people they love this.
Oh yeah, that's great. Honestly, it's nice, and when you start to travel around to different places in the city, at least you know what it has to offer.
Well, I mentioned it, Kingscourt being very historic. A lot of it has to do with returning veterans from the war.
Yeah, so it is wartime houses is what they were built. So there was approximately 250 built in Kingscourt, and they were wartime houses, 1941, 1942, and it was for defense industry or vets that were coming back. So that was what it was originally built for. So there's 250 houses across there, and then there's 1 million across Canada. So if we look at how many
for this effort,
absolutely. So, but before that, actually, where the Alcan property is, and Brant and Ruskin and Oak Street, that whole section was actually a grass path airstrip. So that was where we had our original airstrip in Kingston. Yeah. So once from 1929 to 1940, and then changed over to a subdivision of wartime housing.
Well, we got ahead of ourselves here. I should have asked, how big is this Kingscourt neighborhood?
So it goes from Concession Street up to Elliott, and then Division over to, there's a section of homestead buildings that's just north of the KPMG building, and that would be the Kingscourt section. I would say Macdonell would be kind of the end. There's a path that actually goes from Connaught Street, the top end of Connaught, that goes all the way up to John Counter. And there's a really nice path, that's 3rd Ave Park, and they've revamped that park. It's got an amazing sled hill for the kids in the winter. It's got a really nice park. It's got a beautiful path that you can rollerblade or bike, and it goes all the way up around, basically to the bus station.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Memorial Centre is not part of Kingscourt. However, it sort of borders on it. It's considered more Williamsville.
That's correct. So Concession is the cutoff, but it's so close, right? So like your kids can have swimming lessons right at the pool. You've got the slide, so the kids have lots of fun there. You've got an off-leash dog park. You've got a running track. You've got the arena, so that if you're playing Cal hockey or anything like that, that tends to happen right there.
Oh, Queenskills hockey.
Yeah, exactly. So it sounds like there's a potential of a revamp that's coming down the road there. So that would be really nice to see. So it's not in Kingscourt, but it is definitely walking distance for you to go right there and use it all the time.
Steps away from the fall fair.
That's right, and Ribfest.
Corn dogs every day if you wanted. Yeah, and Ribfest as well.
Yeah, so it's I find it to be a happening place. You've got the and actually the market's there every weekend, right? So you've got the market as well. So you've got these things that are happening. So easy walking, lots of parks. Ron Lavalier Park is a baseball field, 2 baseball fields. A splash pad, and I know this because our oldest was actually playing baseball there this year. So we were there a fair bit, and it has a park for the kids to play at, swings and slides and stuff. So they've got lots of stuff there.
Minutes away from Bath Road, from Princess Street, from Division.
Yeah, so you've got access to great food. You've got convenience stores. You've got everything that you can really walk to. If somebody said, I want to be able to walk to different shops, or I want to be able to walk to food, there's very easy access to all of that, which is really nice.
So what about schools within Kingscourt?
So we have a Catholic elementary school on 7th Ave, which is actually the top end of that park that we were just chatting about. And then we have Molly Brant that is up, and it's connected kind of close to the new high school. So we've got that large Kingston Secondary Public, which is an awesome school, really good things. And it sounds like they've got a good football team. Basically at the top end of Kingscourt Ave, where QE was, they merged with KCVI, and it sounds like it's got an awesome running track, like everything's new. It sounds like it's an awesome school.
Love spotlighting different neighborhoods within Kingston. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.